What's up? Tegian! What's up, buddy? Ms. Square of Arohan. Guys. Alright. We got the crew. We got the crew. got the crew. Tagging, it might look like I'm detailing here, but I am trying to correct everything at once. It's just going at a smaller scale, and I'm adding color and trying to get specific brush strokes, and I'm painting and repainting, so because sometimes I'll lose the brush stroke and I want it to be able to see the brush stroke so that when you step back it's there. So it's a lot right now. That's what I'm doing. For some reason this brush is upside down. Upside down. Skyer? What is that? The structure is strong. Yes, that's what we're going for. Strong structure in this one. That's the point. I'd like to get it back a little bit in this area, but it's still there. Here needs some work. It could be painted better. I needed work. This transition is like there's a lot that needs to be done still. And honestly, if I work up the surrounding area, which I think I'm actually going to do, like start working on the around the area, it's going to make this look even better. So like as you can see, maybe you can see this. Can you see it? Kind of. I really am pushing the color in some areas, like almost like I'm really exaggerating it. And if I need to, then I can bring it back down. So I'm putting high chroma in certain areas, and then I might reduce it some. So it's kind of balancing it out. Oh, good, good. Another self-portrait. The Skaven in Warhammer. Ooh, dude, I've never played that, you know. Never? I'm sure I'd like it. This brush was for down there. What I wanted to do was catch this area up just a little bit. Just a little. We're going to add some green, make it a little darker. Come up. This is going to be darker down there. It's actually going to be about this value. And this drops. It should be about this high right there. Total Warhammer 3. Yeah. I'm sure a wooden is. Some David brush. Oh, Tegian, let me show you what I did at this point. So before I was just working with these colors, all right, and then, sorry, I want to make sure I'm not spilling everything, but then I mixed these. These are also just, so these are like more pinkish, and these are grays, obviously, and so I kind of do that as I go. I get more specific, and if I need to, like, I can make a green set too, and this is all limited palette. The whole thing's limited palette. Indian red, yellow ochre, ivory black, Kremnitz white. So we're doing it old school, which I actually really love doing. There's no information there, so I'll just cut it off around here. There we go. I sent the portrait on Discord. I just started it. I'm gonna check that out actually really quick. Let me pull it. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone, so the chat's gonna. Ooh, it minimized. We got an update to the app, so the Twitch app, which I use, so I can actually see myself painting, which is kind of interesting in real time. Send it in Discord and probably in Show Me Your Work, I'm guessing. Nice, man. Good. You have a nice touch. And you're not afraid to put the paint down. just need practice. Don't lose those transparencies. You can get that back. I like how that eye, you really have some color in that eyelid. And that's you, I can tell. It's good. You're getting this area right here. I forget what it's called. Nice. What's that? Good job. I'm very pleased with this. It's good to see you doing that type of work. I'm glad it's helping. This is why I'm doing it. And I have a lot of editing to do with this because, like, so what I've done, this is still like kind of the time lapse thing. And in between, like after I've done a lot of work, I kind of stop and like I'll give an explanation and then I'll time lapse it forward. But what I did the last 2 days, really probably for the last 2.5 hours of work, that's 2 days because I just haven't had time to get to this. But I didn't have a camera on, so I could actually just focus on painting this because I do get divided. My attention obviously gets divided here, and I wanted to really push myself a little. I'm going to add more chroma in the meantime. Good. You can always bring the chroma down, right? And like I did it here, in this area and here, and I started doing it a little bit in the lips, like here a little bit, and then I put it here as well. And you can and up top here, which this isn't quite working, but that's like almost, it's like very orange up top. And because normally when in the hairline, when things fade and there's a strong contrast, you'll have that warm edge. Yeah, good. Proportions and values is the key. So I'm releasing a video tomorrow. You'll like it actually because it's the and look, it might get taken down, but it should get put back up because it's an explanation on, like, I don't know how much it'll help you because you know this stuff, but it's breaking down how drawing helps painting. And so I have 3 paintings. I did the figure painting of the chick, you know, the large one, I think you asked it. I took a good picture of it. So it's like, and I cleaned it up and everything, and it's just like spot on. It's a good picture. And then I have a landscape that's partially finished, so it's kind of blocked in. And then I have a still life that I did a video on. It's the statue one, but I broke that stuff down and did markups for it. I think it's like a 13 or 14 minute video. So it might be helpful to you. I don't know if it will be, but it should be a decent video, and that's coming out tomorrow. It's all set. I filmed that yesterday. So we got some good stuff coming out. I wasn't sure if I would get a video out this week. It's been very hectic, and but I managed to get in here and because sometimes I just don't know what topic I want to do. It's hard. It's very hard to right now for me to keep up with. But so far I have, and really, it's going to get easier once I get this thing done. Not bashing this. This is excellent. I love that I'm doing this. But you know how it is. It's like it's very important that I want to do a good job. This is a video I've wanted to do for a long time. So it's kind of a shame how long it took me to get to this. Trying to paint with low chroma first and mainly focus on values and then gradually raise the chroma. So here's what I would do. That's actually very good because you don't really need to focus on the chroma at first. But I would say don't kill yourself in trying to get the proper colors, but you can push it a little bit. Push it to the extent you can without it interrupting you. That would be my advice for you, because it's okay to add color in the beginning. You just don't want to, like, the problem is people spend all day trying to get the color and they waste their time. But you get what you can get, right? Yeah, you don't need to mix the right color, but if you mix the palette that I showed you, and then if you start mixing, like, you know, because I'll do this, like, I'm like, okay, I know the cheeks are gonna be like kind of red, so I'll mix this and add some red in, because it's very quick. Like, you get the value and then you just add a little bit of red in. That doesn't mean you're mixing all day, and that forms a good habit. So you can push the chroma a little bit in the beginning, that's okay, as long as it's not overwhelming you. If it's overwhelming you, then just stop and go back to what you're doing. But you can always like push it a little bit. Just seeing some things that need to change. Think about the anatomy. This actually probably comes up some, right? If this is this big, then this is going to be roughly about here, but it might come up just a little. I don't know. There's no information like here, so I don't really know what I'm doing. There. Because like what I did when I was filming this video, I actually tried to stop myself from putting the chroma in, because I put more chroma in now in the beginning because that's just how I paint. But I was like, okay, I need to modify this for the student just so they don't try to push that. So I reduced my chroma, but it's because I'm so used to doing it that like after a while, you compress stages and steps, and I had to go back. But you do what you can do. It's okay as long as you're not getting distracted with it. I think you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully. I don't want to confuse you. Because you're like, you're starting to get some experience now. Because I'll give different people different advice on their construction. Like, you'll get to the point, and you'll find this when you start teaching people, you'll start getting a sense of what you need to say for them specifically. And it'll be different advice for other people. You'll kind of be able to diagnose what they need to work on, and you'll come up with a solid exercise for them. You know? That needs to lighten. So what I'm doing, see this brush, Tegian if you're still there, I'll just talk anyway. But like, this is a small brush. Good, you need that, that's good. I should be using more, to be honest. This is a small brush, but I'm using the side of it to get a thick edge. So you can do the reverse too. You can use a big brush to get small strokes, but you can use a small brush to get big strokes by working on the edge. And it's also working on the edge, like, sideways gives a nice brushy effect, which is really nice. So you can kind of like maximize your brushes that way. And the reason why I'm working with this is just because it was originally I started up in the eyes because I needed to get the structure correct, which I'm still kind of working on. Like, this needs some work, but I'm being lazy and didn't want to get another brush for everything else. Let's work this just a little bit. If I want a sharp edge, I'll just come in like that, and then I can soften it. This is wet. I don't want to lose that. But I've been going relatively slow. Like, if you were watching me paint earlier, before I was streaming, you would have seen me going much slower. Like, very slow in some areas, just like doing this type of stuff here. So I'm lightening lightening the color up some, but I'm doing it with just color. I'm not going in with no white in the shadows here. You want to keep the transparency. And if I lose the transparency, I can come back and I can scrape it down some. Here I'm trying to actually scrub it into the canvas so it's thin. That's what I'm trying to do with that. And then this, bring this value here. Soften. I'm just thinking soften, and then I'll go over with the proper edge. Make that nice stroke, but we're trying to get the impression still. That is going to actually be greater. So I can take this green. It's going to be darker. Same brush though. Someone in the universe said you look like Hitler. You don't look like Hitler. Oh, man. I don't think you do. The virus of Kosovo. I miss Queldar. I haven't seen him. I mean, he was on like a couple weeks ago. It's probably because of the hairstyle. Yeah, but you don't say that because of the hairstyle. That's weird. Let me change the music. This is a good soundtrack, but it's like, and I know it's way too loud. Crazy music. You got the fascist cut. Go. And I kind of messed the jaw up when I was working this top piece. I'm so cold, and I have a bitch face all the time. You're fed up with everything. That's why you're fed up with all people's shenanigans. This is here. This is here. This actually should be up a little bit, which is kind of where it is. Shit, I should have done that. You're fed up with it all. You're tired of it. Soften. Turn the brush. Get a different stroke. Go back to the other side. Just leave that for now. Except I want to make a nice little point coming down. So can't really see what I'm doing here. Something like that. Okay, fine. Yeah, I you know, this I could keep pushing it with spices. I'm trying to what I have a couple portraits at home. Well, I actually, so I like I said, a video that's coming out tomorrow has the painting, the last painting that I did, the Florence Academy figure painting, which it's the naked chick. So the video is probably going to get taken down. I'm probably going to get a warning, and then I'll appeal it, and then they'll put it back up. They should. They should put it back up. If not, I get a warning. So. But you'll see some of the brushwork and stuff that I'm talking about, which I'm trying to replicate here, which I can replicate. I just need to requires a degree of that type of focus, right? And this is the stage I'm talking about. So normally I would. I go over these edges and I go over these edges. That's how this works. I keep doing them. Kind of just messed that up a little bit, but fix it. Yeah, I think Jordan, what he does, I think from what I've seen, a lot of that has to do with his beautiful setups. I think, like, he paints in this manner. He paints with the shapes and stuff, and it's just he's very good at getting those clean, cool, and like kind of reddish skin, skin tones and stuff, like very pure. He's very good at keying the values up. So it has to do with the light setup too. That's a lot of it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You can take it to whatever type of finish you want. I mean, just look at Matt Almey's work. He does things totally different. But he like, when you first start, he probably kind of looks, he doesn't start, I don't think he starts like throwing the paint down in the beginning. That's not how he works. He layers it up and he'll throw it down at the end, but that's the finish. So like, if he were to come and work on this, he could layer the paint down, and what he would do is squint down and unify more and create that sense of light, but it also has to do with the setup, and then he'd put an atmospheric effect into it. But like, you're building everything up the same, right? And also, I think Jordan's, see, I haven't seen him paint. He wasn't painting like that when I was there. He was in his first year. Afterwards, I saw what he was doing. I was like, oh my gosh. So something clicked. Like, I would love to watch him and see what he does. But it seems like he keeps his darks very thin and transparent. And so if you lose that, you can scrape them down, or you can sand it down, or you can, what I do sometimes, Jinshin, is I take like an oiling out brush, very thin, and I'll kind of scrub the paint down a little bit, and then keep on scrubbing it off, and then I'll lightly go over and repaint or whatever. Like, you can take the tooth down with that. And so there's a lot you can do, but keeping it transparent is very important. Like, if you look, something gets overworked, there are ways of fixing it. I want to have a more polished look in my work in the finish. That will come just with time. That will come with time. So this brush right here, you're like, oh, we shouldn't be painting with small brushes. I'm using this to create an edge. Myth, turtle wax. What are you on about? I'm using this to create an edge. I'm really not trying to blend as much as I am trying to correct with a solid edge. That might be too sharp. The light's reflecting, I can't really see it. I had the drawing and I lost it is what happened. And that happens. It's just how it is. Oh, turtle wax. That's right. Shit. Mess it up again. I'm doing this because the light's raking across. If I do that, I can actually see that value. Then I'm going to blend it on the other side. It's like I'm painting and I'm repainting and I'm repainting and see, I'm going slowly here. I'm really observing what the brush is doing. I'm just focused on the edge. I'm trying to get a value here that works, makes the cheek turn, but keeps the form, which is not there. It's messed up right now. Yep. And so, I don't know if you can see. Can you see it online? I can't tell, but so I'm trying to get, for example, here, I pushed the color in the lips. There's a value right here, actually 3 values, 1, 2, 3. This one's the one highest chroma in the middle. This one's the lighter value. And then it drops down. I need to work the edges a little bit, but you don't want to overwork them. And then here, I haven't touched, I need to. But then this piece right here, there's a brush stroke, and then one turning it up into the cheek. And those are all separate strokes, but you can actually make it look over modeled even if you're doing separate strokes. So sometimes I'll have to, that's why I'm saying I have to go back and then I have to get the brush stroke again. Because, so like, I switched to the smaller brushes because I can, at this stage, I can use this brush, which this is a dark brush, but I can use this and put it on the side and get a thick brush stroke with it. So don't be bound by people who say you need to paint with a big brush. Like you should, but I'm saying this to you specifically. After, like, you don't want, I don't like this stuff where they're going and meshing it in and like doing this thing. Oh, I'm thinking about the form, I'm turning it, because to me, it always looks plastic and a little bit over modeled. They lost the planes. But you can still draw the planes with the face with a small brush if you know how to use it. You turn it to the side. Or if you press in, you can still get a thick because it fans out a little bit. There's things you can do to the brush that will give it the effect that people will be like, you used a big brush for this, didn't you? And it's like, well, I used this. Yeah, a polished turd. That's actually Daniel Graves used to say that. That was his term. It was really funny. I like him. He's a good man. He really is. I told you, I was so discouraged once, man. I was like, I suck, I'm this and this. Like, I was down on myself. And he could have been, all right, here's a student, he's weak. Just another guy. I've had a lot of students, a lot of people on the waiting list to get in. And he took time and talked to me. And then he made me a teacher. And when he did, that's when I really started growing. And I don't know anybody else who would have done that, man. I mean, I like him. So here, again, I'm trying to get the brush stroke. The zygomatic arch, I see there's a point here, and then it goes into the temple. And then there's going to be a value right here, which this seems sunken into me, but I'll just repaint over it. But you want to keep it transparent, so maybe Romero used to put a little on his, thumb. Spilled a little bit, so I'm just going to get a little bit here. Let's see what this does. Yeah, see, that's darker than I thought. Can you see this? I don't know if y'all can see this, but that was like really sunken in. So I'm going to take this and actually thin it out some. I haven't painted on this for a while. I can kind of sculpt it here. I'm going to kind of blur it out just a little bit here so I can repaint it. So I'm taking some of the paint off. Trying to keep that transparency so it recedes. But I'm just taking my time with this one. Okay. So I actually brought that down some. So you don't want to overdo this. When you look at this, the sharpest area that I see actually on the photograph is probably around here. But with the photograph, I don't know, like it's not that great. It's very blurry, so I might do a little bit more variation in here based off of what I know from portraiture. The sharper areas are going to be up around this area right here. That's where you want to go. This is going to be softer, even though if we focus it, it's going to appear sharper. You want it in relationship to everything else. It's 5:15. I have a class at 6 o'clock. It starts at 6, but the model is going to be 15 minutes late, but people start showing up. Really, they start showing up at 6:05, which pisses me off. But they'll probably start showing up at 5:50, but I'm going to paint a little bit longer. Oh, which one was this? Okay. The zygomatic arch. So looking at this whole shape right there, you can't just draw that arch without looking at the whole shape. I take this value, which is right in here, and I'm going to push it just a little bit, push the color, squint down, open up, see this whole shape, and this does kind of come out just a little bit. Is that too light? Yes, it is. So I'm going to darken this. I'm going to wipe it off, darken it down some, warm it up some because that's what it needs, and then go in and there you go. That's the edge I want. So I'm going to get those structure back. So 1, 2, and then it curves in here, and then from here, it's kind of interesting what's happening. And if it comes out too far, I can, and let's bring it, I'm going to bring this down some, but this is probably going to have to lighten. Yeah. I can always push it back in. So it's kind of like, I just work on it until it's correct. From here, I'm going to lighten it, and then I'm going to green it out. So we had a warmer, and then we have a greener one coming there, which is going to be cool because it's contrasting the red in the cheek. So I'm going to do this, but I'm going to press it so it's actually a better stroke, and that needs to lighten up, obviously. So I'm going to actually take this, lighten that up significantly, and that's still the color value that I want. All right, so take it, turn it, bring it here. Okay, and then I can work another color into the other side if I want. And this value can also work around here. Up here. There you go. Okay, now, so that's looking okay. And then there's a darker value here, but it's like in between these two that kind of turns the form back, but that's because the shadow's going over the temple, but that's still receding. This brush. And it's a warmish value, so I'm going to come in here. It's darkest dark. Well, not the darkest dark. It is. I'm not using darkest dark on this. And then warm it up some. Let's see how this does. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so then if I'm looking at it, it kind of is coming more north. And then this is soft. So I'm actually going to soften this edge. Pull this down just a little bit over it. Now I might have made it a little bit too big. So I'm going to actually, it just needs to darken some. So I'm going to take, that's the value, so I'm going to take it down a notch. This might be too much, but we'll see. So this is how I'm thinking about it, right? There. I like that. I actually really like how that looks. It just needs to, I need to work this side right here. Just work this edge because I want it soft, but I still want the form there. There. So now that's starting to glow, and I need to work it down because what's happening is that is like too pointed and it falls down more because this transitional area I've not worked since I put the outside piece on. I'm looking at the whole thing when I do this, not just this one area. I'm studying that one area, and I might go back, like I see kind of, there's probably a little bit of light here, and this is a little bit too round. I might have to go back and get that, hatchet out a little bit better than I have, which I could actually do. Let me see if, okay, I'm gonna try something here. I take this brush, this is a little bit larger brush, and so we'll do the reverse technique, which I'm using a larger brush but a smaller end instead of a smaller brush and a larger end. And I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put some light into it. There you go. I'm using the tip of the brush. I'm thinking about the drawing. One, get that point here, and then it comes up. Okay, and then we're gonna, this area fades, it softens there. That, and then this area is also going to come up some in value, just a little bit. All right, so we add the light in, we softened it, which is okay to do on the edges. I want it. Okay, now I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to go, one second, what the hell is happening outside? Must be a receptionist. Humans. Alright, humans. Alright. I'm gonna go. Let's go in about value around here. We're gonna get the cheek. Let's put a little bit of Indian red into it, just a little, and see how this does here. I'm not sure how this is going to work on the side. I'm just trying to sculpt the side of the face at this point. All right, I'm pushing it out, bring it down, and then fade it. Just trying to give it that. I'm trying to give it a little bit more structure on the side. And then this is too sharp. That needs to actually still probably lighten a little bit. 1 second. Jack, how are you doing? Come on in. Come on in.
We're next door.
Oh, really? Give me a second, guys. All right. I was just doing some streaming. We had just but yeah, how are you doing?
Well, I better tell Kelly where I am.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Let me go get Kelly.
All right,
I
go
didn't
get
know
her.
you were here.
All right. It's one of my friends from church. Sorry, I can't, with the new setup, I don't know how many people are watching. It's probably not too many, but, so I don't even know who's there. I haven't taken much time to really figure this thing out. But yeah, one of my friends is here. They're going to come and talk just for a second. So it's kind of, this is one of the streams where I just, I said, I need a stream. I want to stream. And so I'm just getting in what I can. And, anyway, I have to go soon. Don't ditch us. I'm not going to ditch you. I'm not. Talk maybe for a couple minutes, then we'll get back to this. I need to get back to this. This is over-exaggerated. That's going in too much. Drawing, lost the drawing there. That needs to come out. Actually lost the angle. Fix it. Fix it. It might be that the cheek goes out too far. I think I did. I think it puffed it out too far. All right. Kelly, how are you? Excellent. What's going on in the other room?
There's an exhibit for Frank Campion.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a friend of ours. His wife is.
Right. He's on.
Give it a good time. Because I'm streaming, like, I'm live streaming for work. I can tell how many people are on, but
Oh, really? For you?
probably like 5. Not too many, but draw if you want. It's okay with Kelly.
Wait,
That's how we learn.
So
Yeah.
who comes? Who comes here?
Who comes here?
No, I mean, you have students
Yeah.
that they come and.
So I just I made a video out of this one.
X-rays. Here you get by because it's hard.
Actually, if I should go. All right, let me know what she said. No. They have this thing on Club Street. So I was doing I was actually painting this. It's kicked off temporarily. It's actually they indefinitely suspended, which they should be fun. I got it peeled. But at the same time, whenever somebody sent me a picture of what they were allowing, we had a camera on it. So I made a YouTube video facetiously saying, classical art is evil. Like, we came to the conclusion. And I apologize to all women for doing classical art, and I became a hot tub streamer at the very end. It just shows me like playing bathtub. It was. So if you need to laugh, you can watch it, but but most of the stuff is like, just art.
Well, if you ever need
Boring
a
stuff.
male nude model,
I'll ask you.
don't call me.
No, I'm gonna ask you.
Don't
John.
know.
John even said I should ask Jack. I said, you've been on my radar for some time.
I'd say I could see Still coming down here.
Oh, yeah.
Those attorneys, they got a lot of gumption.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this one of Rose's paintings, or is this not Rose?
That one is one of those.
Is it up for sale?
No, it's a model that she's never here. Never. I don't know, like I don't know why she would still have her stuff. But she's welcome. I mean, she's never, ever. Yeah. It's good seeing you all.
Well, when I just sat down, I was going to see what's here, and I think, oh, this is where this is.
Yeah. I need to put something on the door. I've been saying it for 15 years, I think.
But you stay busy enough?
For me, it's rough because I don't have any money.
Well, I mean, when you did,
Hard work. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, it's been rough. It's been very rough. I'm doing what I know I should be doing. I just need to, probably need some help. I don't know, but it's still keeping things warm, you don't want to stop.
No, it's-
Quit. Still making money off this thing. But it's okay. Part of me doesn't care. It used to really bother me about this, like,
well, I see, you seem to have your priorities correct right now.
keep him in your prayers. Something happened to him last night, and he's not the same today. And he
Really?
can't really walk that well. Very worried for him, actually. And he was fine, like he's singing.
Yeah. Well, the last few times I've seen him, he's more communicative.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Communicative.
Exactly. And hopefully we'll get him back, but something happened to him. And just like he's just. It's like it's kind of happened before in the summer. When the hubby came to sleep, he snapped back out, and he's been sleeping all day, and that's not like. That was like when he got back from that Arbor Acres. Which, by the way, if anybody says they're gonna put their loved ones in that place, have them talk to me first about that, because that was the worst, literally the worst thing you can do is put somebody there. The worst.
Well, some of those places kind of warehouse their people.
I know. It's bad. But I was there after hours. If y'all saw what I saw.
Oh, well, my dad was in Bermuda Village in the skilled care.
There you
I
go.
Well, hang in there.
All right, Jack.
We're in our prayers.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Likewise.
too.
Yeah. Y'all are welcome to stop by.
Oh, we're down here.
Yeah.
I'll rap on the door like I did tonight.
Well, you kids have fun out here.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right. Be good. Don't cause any trouble. That's it. Sorry. Back. Yeah, they were from my church. And I was explaining to them about the nude model class that I have. I also mentioned the hot tub incident. They have a good sense of humor. I don't know who's there. Probably nobody right now. I can't tell. 1 second. Oh, good, Ms. Hey. Let me. How do we figure out? What is this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Mod actions. Chat. This doesn't make any sense, man. Stream. Let's see if there's play background. Yeah, I wish I could see how many people were on, but I can't. I wish I could see who's on. I cannot figure this out. Maybe I need to. I'll mess with this later. Ms. 5:35. Class of Degenerates will be coming soon. Okay, so that might be too big. Let me double check. Yeah, it needs to come in some. Bring it in some. Not a big deal. It's an ebb and flow. We're studying the form. La forma. We're studying la forma. Okay. Let's get this brush here. I'm going to go darker with it. Here. Heat it up. Miz, I actually had a good time on Monday, man. I thought that was I liked your bridge defense. I really did. Those were fun games. And I like how fast you got back to after you lost internet or you power. Yeah, it was a fun night. I really enjoyed your calls. You always have good calls. It's just sometimes it's like it's nice when we go up against pugs and kind of play it a certain way, and it's I guess it's easier when we have that like a smaller group to do, right? Yeah, I'm glad you got that because dude, I know how frustrating it is. It is frustrating when that's you know, it can be very frustrating. There, bring that in some. I'm gonna leave that for now. I'll come back to it. Before they came in, I was doing a lighter brush. Zerx and I were doing Arena last night. It was I can't remember being so discouraged. I was so discouraged. It was so hard, Liz. It was so hard. It was so difficult. It's such good practice, but it's so disheartening. Oh my gosh. It's one of the hardest things that have. And the problem is, Arena. The problem is like the integrity of the game is just gone because there's so many people who cheat. And so even if you always suspect it now, even if they and they might not be. It's just, it's like, it just sucks. I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was just getting outplayed. We actually didn't do that bad, but it's just, I guess the games we played or something just got to me. Like, I kept my temper, which is good, but... Dude, what is wrong with this? Bruh. Bruh. All right, man, I'll see ya. Ah, this song. There. Shape this. Nope. That's not it. Do this one. Xerxes boy! What's up, man? Thank you. What are you doing, man? Calm it down some. Actually, I don't know if I want to bring that down. Let's do this. This here. Hey, man. What are you doing? Coquette. All right. Y'all, I have probably, I would say maybe about 10, 15 minutes. I have my class coming in, but the model's not going to be here till 6:15. So it's 30 minutes. And then my class is always late. Surge! Yes, SPM. SPM's taking over. Change the music. Okay. That's flat. Grasshopper! Yes, yes. Yes. Lost the drawing in the cheek, or the chin. Yeah. We'll do hot tub streams. That's the way around all this, right? That would be where the neck actually is. Well. You know, Zerx, that was a rough time last night. I was so disheartened. I was so disheartened. I don't know what to do. I'm sure there's a way. I just... Oh, did you check skill cap by any chance? I just don't know how to beat those guys. It was tough, just got to keep going. It's like this. It's like, you know how it's like we win. It's like, okay, I know what I did wrong. You did? Oh, you asshole. I really want to be playing. But I don't even know what I could have done. I just get hammered so hard. I'm like, I have no idea how to counter that. I have no idea. This is so wrong. Oh my gosh. That comes down just a little, that's why. Okay. So just logged into SkillCat. This has to be Terry. Yo, come in! Hey, sorry, come on in. Come on. I'm streaming. Jessica says she's going to be there at 6:15. What's up, Miranda? Miranda?
I didn't have time to work on the foot today because I did a school project.
Really? Oh, that's okay. That's all right. It's all good.
2 school projects.
2 school projects? Gotcha. Gotcha. Miranda. Miranda.
Bunch of jelly prints and then I'm cutting them all out and
Really?
making a butterfly sculptural thing.
Oh, yeah? That sounds like a huge waste of time. Like everything else that has had us doing art school. Zerx, let me know if you find anything. I'm just talking to my stream. There's only about 20,000 people viewing right now. Yeah. It's not that much. Do we have 2 people? Do we have 2? Do we still have 2? At least good. Thanks. Oh, what I said I was going to do was the actual hair. Law hair. I don't know if I'm going to do that now. Maybe I should. Parts of it at least, because I'm going to go back into it tomorrow anyway, I think. Made across video games, let's see. Shut up. Do a brownie pan stream. Got the Crisco and everything. You think people want to see that? Do they want to see that? Ah, Brian, what's up? You get everything done you needed to get done yesterday? You better have. Sacrifice our lesson. Sacrifice you. Just 1 second. Oh, hey. No, you're not. Take this off. We all ready to draw tonight? She's gonna be here at 6:15.
Oh.
Yeah, she told me like probably 4:35. Right. Screw it. There we go. Screw it down. That's fine.
So painting models, were those about 75 hours as well?
Yeah. I think so.
Except this guy that quit.
Yeah, he said we were hostile. It was pretty funny, actually. Which sucks because it was the first one I was doing correctly. You know, and that was after years. I was like, I'm finally getting it, and he quits. That asshole. But all the women love that one. That's long enough. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miranda. Look at that.
Yeah, I appreciate my OCD students.
Other mental illnesses, oh yeah. OCD is not one.
When my students ask, what is wrong with you? I'll say,
Almost everything.
deal with the whole list or just the top 300? So Lewis, if I got you in my classroom,
Looks even worse. Go on.
it's even worse.
Yeah, it's okay. I know what I'm doing. Definitely know what I'm doing.
I was just thinking, I mean, just because I don't really know, but I was just thinking, could you tell your story
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
how you got where you are?
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
And then hopefully some students will have some questions or comments or get off, tangent, off on tangents.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. It'd be cool. There we go. Let's sink in. That works. That looks better. Now I can actually get this thing going. Tagging in here because I have big juicy brain. Yes, you do. Tag in big juicy brain. All right.
So you're live streaming right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yeah. Big juicy brain tagging. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? That head needs to come up just a little bit. I'm just placing things. I need to catch. Honestly, I should have developed the hair a little bit sooner. But it is okay, you see. was okay. It's too much. It's going to be a back and forth, this. We'll overdo this, then transform some of these brushes. This one I could do. Keep it here.
All right, Lewis, I'll take these exhibits.
Yeah, they've been here for like a year. I felt bad throwing them away. I have an idea. Hey, Miranda and Brian, or hey, Terry, y'all want to come here and talk to the stream and tell them how good of a teacher I am and what you like most about me? I think that would be really a good thing for everybody to hear.
Do we have to?
Yes, you have to, otherwise I'll fail you, even though we don't pass-fail here. No, you don't have to, but I'll just look down upon you. Brian, so Lewis, how do you get where you're, because peasants like y'all understood. The thing is, normally they jump at an opportunity like this, but for some reason they get very humble whenever they're around other people. In here, all they do is talk shit. There we go.
What?
This is Terry.
Buenos tacos.
Speak, say something.
Something.
Terry teaches high school.
Right.
Yeah. I actually wish I had a teacher like him because he actually tries to teach this type of stuff and he's getting pretty good at it, so his kids like him because he makes them laugh. They don't learn anything, which is also one of the reasons why they like him.
Highly possible, but yeah, I do my best to the best of my ability and just trying to increase my ability.
Very well said. Excellent interview, thank you. There we go. Now I have to put this down so I can put this mic back on. Terry, by the way, we have like tops. Why is Siri going off?
You have tops?
I said we have tops like 3 people on right now, I think.
Oh.
Val, what's up, boy? What's happening? I know, you're Warcraft geeks. I know. I know. They play Warcraft. Do you play Warcraft? Do you know what that is? Huh? Do you know what that is? You know what that is? You've heard of it? I guarantee you have a character in it.
Here for the hot tub stream.
Really?
Need more hot tub?
Did you see the last video I made? The hot tub video?
I did.
Do you regret seeing it?
It wasn't that bad.
It had no value, I understand this. I knew it when I was making it. What do you want?
I'm about to break this thing, but how am I supposed to type if there is no keypad?
Give me this shit. Well, first off, all we have to do is just massage the keyboard just a little. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, this more recent activity. We're going to go back, and then we're going to choose destination, and then we're going to come here. We're just going to pull more from recent history. Second, no, don't want that.
I still don't see a keypad.
Maybe if we just press buttons.
I'm getting ready to stomp on it.
What app is this?
I don't know, man. I hate this fucking
What?
thing.
What phone is this?
It's a fucking piece of shit, man. It's designed by morons.
I don't
Can't
know how to
believe
do
these
this.
Fucking so-called software engineers. They're fucking idiots, man.
Everybody's dumb. Everybody.
Well, I'm not dumb, but whoever designed this is.
You have a point. I have no idea how to do this. Miranda, can you look at this?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Give it to her. What phone is that? What type of phone? You don't even know what phone it is.
Shit.
Piece of shit.
Oh, I just want to type ABC.
Isn't that awesome?
How do you do that?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Try turning it off and on again. It'll probably work, but I don't know what phone that is. I need to know what phone and what model and what version, and then I'll be able to give you a solid answer.
No.
It's a BlackBerry? That's a BlackBerry. And that's pretty gay that you have a BlackBerry.
No, it's not a BlackBerry.
It's not a BlackBerry. It has 3 cameras on the back, so they can spy on you. They already have nude pics of you in the shower, sitting on the toilet. What you got? Yep. Well, this is going to be a good class tonight. I can tell. 6:05. We should have started 5 minutes.
Power off your phone, press and hold the side.
You don't know how to turn your phone off? Are you going to rip it in half?
But if I stomp on it.
My friend actually threw his against the wall and broke it in my presence.
You know,
It's pretty funny, actually. Because he lost a football bet. Actually, he placed dead last in his firm. He was 50th in betting. Looked, got pissed, threw it against the wall, and broke it. It's not the best move I've ever seen. 2005 Nokia. Yeah. This is a better stream than normal. Seriously, Overwatch. Screw you guys. Yeah. We're going to mic you up. Brian, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to paint, and I'm going to give you the mic. Because you're more entertaining right now than I am.
really not in the mood.
Yeah, you are. You're
I don't
always...
think you want to record me now.
Just be yourself.
I'm at my most misanthropic right now.
You're always
Dealing.
like this. Here, come over here and mess with that. Talk to me about that phone. Did you get it back? Did you get it turned on? They want more of you. They're asking for you.
Optimizing
They don't-
apps.
Huh?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Why didn't they do it before?
Did you download your keyboard app, Brian? Everybody knows you need to get a keyboard app.
All right. All right. It says,
What does it say?
all right. So I turned it on. I think I'll quit while I'm ahead.
Turn it on.
I turned it on.
Open the app and see and click on it. It's not that hard. And see what you got. No, leave that on. That's
Yeah.
yours. That's yours. Don't give it to me.
This is very Chinese
Never seen it like
totalitarian, you know.
Looks like a
Let's see.
nipple.
All right. It's all right.
Which, by the way, Brian, I've told you you need to be watching this shit. Stream.
All right. Whitefish, Montana. You have?
Yeah, actually, it was just there.
What were you doing there?
Snowboarding.
Yeah? How was it?
It was good, except I was with my parents, which was a bit unfortunate. But
Yeah, I saw the ortho guy today. He's a skier. He was telling me about it. Says it is not crowded.
oh no, it's great. It's a good mountain.
All right, now I want to look at a map.
Great for all levels.
Well, the California people, they'll figure out it's there sooner or later. All right, boy, it is out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
So, how do you get there?
Kalispell is where you fly into. That's puts you close by. You go from Denver or any other major airport.
Well, I don't feel like waiting 6 months to go skiing again. So I'm going to go to Chile in a couple of months, where the seasons are reversed.
See, my trick is I just do water skiing.
Ryan, you want to come over here and talk about drawing? You want to talk about how good of a teacher I am? Huh?
Yeah, you're a good teacher if you can teach somebody like me with all the dereliction and so on, I would say.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Did you get your work done this week?
Some of it. Which work? My drawing work or the junk work? It's not really junk work.
They want to hear about your skiing.
Oh, my skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to have a knee replacement.
You don't have to have a knee replacement?
Yeah, I mean, my knee is fine. I was,
Oh, yeah.
2 months ago when I made the appointment, it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, if they build more medical schools and produce more doctors, then people wouldn't have to wait 2 months for an appointment.
What happened, trying to get you fired up. What happened when you went the last time? You were pissed off you had to get hauled out of there.
Oh,
You
they all.
escorted out?
Oh, you mean when they almost killed my mother?
Yes, that time.
That's not even funny, man. I'm sure it happens every day, you know. It's bad. Corporate medicine.
I had to do first aid on someone in Switzerland on the mountain.
And
He had a seizure.
Hello.
Really?
Yeah.
While he was skiing?
She got knocked. She was at my approximate size.
So what happened?
She was skiing. She was learning to snowboard, and someone else was holding her, and then another person fell into the two people, and so she hit her head.
Let's see, are you going to change?
She have a helmet on?
She did have a helmet on, but she was,
Okay, nice. You do that.
from what I could tell, then flown to Zurich.
So what she hit her head on?
I don't know. I think either her board or.
So another skier hit her?
Yeah.
You know, if I'd been a better skier, somebody ran into me, I would have smacked the shit out of the person, except they were skiing too fast for me to catch up with them. So I'm going to make a point of not going to a place where the people are that rude or where it's that crowded.
Yeah, this is
either
horrible.
one.
The guy felt so bad.
Sorry?
That guy who hit her felt so bad.
Yeah, you should. Somebody should have punched him in the nose, just, to make the point. That's bullshit, man. So why did he hit her?
He didn't mean to. I mean, I think he was probably new too, and it was a crowded mountain on a steep hill.
Okay, well, if he was new, why was he on a steep hill?
That was the only way down.
Well, no, that's not how it works. If you are,
From-
quote, new, then you take an easy route where all the downhills are gradual and within your ability level. So, no, I don't really buy that. So I got this book, 100 ski runs to do before you die. Some of them are really off the wall. So one
That
of
might be the reason you died.
yeah, well one of them is in Iran,
Yeah.
and so another one's in Kashmir in India, and they say that in the ski line people just push in front of you.
Sorry, I want to keep going with this, but I have to go because the model's coming in a second. Guys, thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you guys in game at some point. The camera move or something? Whatever. It's still good. All right, you guys, y'all are awesome. Take care. I know. I know. I'll see ya. Brian, they say thanks. They say thanks, Brian.